growing, bloated state government, and that would have needed to change. My budget to start with would have been much smaller.
I'm running because we need to break up the good old boy network in Bismarck. Career politicians have gotten too cozy with every special interest looking for a handout, and they've handed us, the taxpayer, the bill.
We want to be strict, but we do not want to be vindictive. We don't need to be vindictive. We just want to correct improper behavior.
Welcome back. That's a clip from last night's NDGOP debate that Mr. Scott Hennen had the pleasure of moderating. Great job, by the way, last night. I think you guys all did a fantastic job.
Thank you. Had some good help.
The moment that stood out to you the most from last night was what?
Well, obviously, the budget and the economy dominated the discussion, and I didn't really get a sense that there was anybody up there that is just saying, hey, it's bad, it's really bad. Maybe Doug Burgum a little bit, but nobody, I think, to the degree that is going to say, hey, this needs to change big time. You know what I mean? So that surprised me a little bit. I was expecting a little more bold. For instance, Wayne said,
Wayne said I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, and at a time when the headlines are being dominated with people seeing, $1 billion deficits and draining rainy day funds and everything else, I think they're going to go, I want bold, so.
Well, and from 2005 to 2007 until now, we've averaged over 36% growth in our general fund budget. I don't know if there's a lot of families sitting at home right now that have seen that kind of growth in their income. So I think there's some things there that, hey, there should have been some changes. Bernie, I want to talk to you for a second here. Poll came out from North Dakota United this week. I think it came out Tuesday, actually. Stenjum at 59, Doug Burgum at 10. Rick Becker wasn't even a part of it. But you even go to the eastern cities, and Stenjum's still winning by a big, big margin. I think many people, at least in the Valley, or at least in Fargo, thought, hey, if Mr. Burgum's going to have a chance here, he's going to dominate, Fargo for sure. These numbers are not showing that. I said to Scott on the radio this week, I think Mr. Burgum's a very bright guy. He's very data-driven. He said on the Wednesday night GOP candidate forum that these are kind of the numbers I've seen, Chris. Number two things that I've got a question for you. Why get in the race if you know it's 59-10? And secondly, how do you win?
Well, the first thing we got to remember with all three candidates is they have the most important quality to every voter in North Dakota, and that's an R after their name on the ballot. Everything else is pretty much secondary. If you got that R, you got things going.
Which is why there's not even a D. That's
I don't think there will be a D willing to run for a little while, but that's a different topic.
Hey, Bernie, are you making a campaign announcement?
But I don't know Mr. Burgum personally. I don't think anything takes him by surprise. And I think he had a good handle and a good understanding of these numbers before he even called that press conference over at Island Park 4 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago. Also, again, I don't know the man, but I do know that personality type, and I have every confidence that he has a plan in place to overcome and make those numbers look differently. I don't see guys like him ever getting anything thinking or knowing they're going to lose or without a very clear plan to win. I don't know what it is yet, and I'll be really excited to see what that is and how that unfolds, but I'm pretty confident that is there.
John, you say, hey, I'm not establishment, but you're obviously part of the state GOP machine. I mean, you look at Mr. Stenjum, incredibly high likability numbers, incredibly high name recognition. He's been doing this now for 40 years. How does a man like Doug Burgum, who obviously very savvy, very bright, but make up in, 3.5 months right now until the primary, make up these kind of numbers against a guy like Wayne Stenjum in 3.5 months?
Well, first, to Bernie's point about the R behind their name, I think you're right, and I think that's exactly why North Dakota's in the situation that we're in, because we've had good Republican leadership. The only thing that could possibly have changed is if we'd have had Democrats leading, we'd be way further in the hole than we are right now, because everything was spend more, spend more, spend more. But that said, I don't think Doug can do it. I don't think he can. And that's period, end of statement. I don't have much else to add to that. I just don't think that it can be done in North Dakota. I don't think that he's got broad enough appeal across the state, and there are a lot of votes outside of Fargo, and good for him for giving it a shot. And I suspect he'll try very hard. He'll have a good plan in place. He's a very smart guy, generally a very savvy campaigner. He's been everywhere, but I don't think he can make up that deficit.
All right, stay with us when we come back. We're going to talk about workforce recruitment in the state of North Dakota in the context of Senate Bill 2279. If you're going, wait a second, what was that again? Stay with us. You'll find out right after this. As always, join our conversation. Head to our website, 630pov.com. We'll be right back.